All right, so the new leader, well, really the real speaker in Congress, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is not resonating well with a lot of voters. We have a new Gallup poll that is showing that although she is well known now throughout the nation, Ocasio-Cortez is polling, well, fairly negatively. Now, maybe it could be because of her radical policies. I kind of think so. And also tonight, Ocasio-Cortez is saying it isn't easy having to work all the time, so hard. 30 years in radio, 23 years at Fox, 10 years in construction, 10 years in restaurants. I'm sorry she's working so hard. And take a look.
The thing they don't tell you about working in Congress is that if you do what you're supposed to do, you're working all the time, which means that you have no time to, set up your life. So I spent weeks sleeping on an air mattress. And I don't own a chair.
All right, following the whirlwind of backlash against the Congresswoman, in this case, Omar's anti-Semitic statements, fellow freshman progressive Congresswoman Tlaib, well, she's now being criticized for reportedly supporting an effort to end college's study board program with Israel. Wow. We reached out to Congresswoman Tlaib's office for comment, but she's not getting back to us. Here with reaction tonight, Fox News contributor, we have former Congressman Jason Chaffetz, and also joining us is National Press Secretary for the Trump 2020 campaign, Kayleigh McEnany. Congressman, we start with you tonight. Good to see you both. Your reaction, not only to this, also to the news STEELE's, what now we see in STEELE's testimony and what we learned in Orr's testimony and Page's testimony and Strzok's testimony and McCain's aide testimony. This is now beginning to crumble.
Look, the fix was in from the beginning. I was the chairman of the Oversight Committee. We were trying to dig deep into this. We were stonewalled. We were obstructed. They kept telling us, don't worry about it. Then James Comey, once he made this announcement, came and testified before Congress. You go line by that. I'm telling you, there are things that he said under oath that are flat out lies that have been discredited. Mr. Comey should be held accountable for this. He should be prosecuted for what he did.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He signed off on the FISA, verifying the dossier is true. McCabe, no dossier, no FISA. Then he's telling Trump it's unverified a few months later. Did he lie to the FISA judges?
Yes, he did lie to the FISA judges, and he also lied to the Oversight Committee under oath when he came and told us, oh, it was unanimous. It was unanimous that we didn't want to charge her. Meanwhile, we come to find out it was really somebody pulling the strings at the Department of Justice, and this is where Congress needs to hold them accountable. And the people have to keep demanding that they get to the bottom of this.
Now that we know Loretta Lynch was up to her eyeballs in rigging this, what happened? What should now happen to her?
Look, I do believe there should be either a special prosecutor put in place to look at the malfeasance that was happening within the Department of Justice and within the FBI. I've been calling for that for months. If you can warrant to go after Donald Trump, then you look at what's going on in the senior-most echelon at the Department of Justice, and that far exceeds anything that was even an allegation in the Trump situation.
Kayleigh.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, the fix was in from the get-go. We learned from Lisa Page this week that, in fact, there was an insurance policy against President Trump. We learned that from Peter Strzok's text, again, verified by Lisa Page's testimony there. And this is striking, Sean. I mean, this is corruption at the highest order. We have to stand against it. And you compare that to the way Hillary Clinton's been treated. It's outrageous. This has been a witch hunt from the beginning. And I would finally add Andrew Weissman also stepping down from the special counsel this week. Why was this guy there to begin with, who cost 20,000 people their jobs and was unanimously rebuked by the Supreme Court?
Congressman, where is Horowitz? Where's Huber? He's in your home state. What are these guys doing? Why is this taking so long?
So Horowitz is the Inspector General for the Department of Justice. He's been working on this for nearly a year. I do have some belief that it'll take another month or two. They buried him in more than 1 million types of documents. But ultimately, I think he will be the key authority on this. He has looked at it and seen it much further and wider than anybody else. Unfortunately, it's never fast enough, Sean. It's never, ever fast enough. Huber, who's the U.S. attorney in Utah that was appointed by Sessions to overlook some of this stuff, I have absolutely no idea what he's doing. I haven't heard word one. And most concerning is that the witnesses that were put forward by Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan and encouraged them to talk, they've never even been interviewed. So we can tell that he's making no progress.
Are you confident, and I'll ask Kayleigh first. I'll ask the same question. Are you confident, Kayleigh, I think the dam now is broken. Now that it's all, and we're going to get the FISA applications, and we're going to get the Gang 8 info, and we're going to get the 302s. We're going to get the 5 buckets that John Solomon always talks about.
Absolutely. We're going to get all of that, Sean. I'm confident that America is waking up to this. You've been on this from the very beginning on your show. The Mueller report's about to come out. We're going to find no collusion, no wrongdoing on the part of the president, zero probable cause to open an investigation into the president after millions of pages of documents reviewed. And you were right all along. We should have been looking at the FBI and the DOJ under Obama.
Do you believe in your heart, Congressman, with all we now know and all this, we're now going to have a cascade of new information in the days and weeks ahead, that those people that first rigged the investigation into Hillary, tried to fix a presidential campaign in this country and rig the outcome, and tried to bludgeon the winner and undo that election with known lies. They were warned in August of 2016. Will they be held accountable?
I would like to tell you, yes, Sean, in my heart of heart, I don't believe so. But I think the American people figured it out,
wow.
And that's why Hillary Clinton is not the president of the United States.
So the people that rigged it, we now know they rigged the investigation. They're going to get away with that.
I wish I could tell you yes. If it was up to you and me and John Ratcliffe and Trey Gowdy and Jim Jordan, yes, they would be in jail. But that's not the way it's going to work. These people are going to walk. And
we might as well shred the Constitution then. We might as well say there's no equal justice or application of our laws.
I agree with you. It drives me nuts. That's why I'm on this network night after night talking about it. It's why I was in Congress pounding my fist
you've done a great
demanding it.
job.
And I got to tell you, they have got to prosecute these people.
Well, we'll see. I am hearing that more is happening than we know. I hope my sources are right. So far, we haven't been wrong.